Most teens are wasting time on TikTok while AI is learning faster than all of us. So, if you don't master these 5 skills right now, then you will be the one left behind. And these 5 skills by far I've mastered myself, and they have helped me so much when it comes to working on different projects, working with people, and even just understanding different skills and other multiple skills that come with it. So skill number 1 is public speaking, and I know this skill is probably one of the hardest to master because it's not something that you do on a regular basis. So the reason why I chose public speaking is, first of all, if communication is not your greatest skill, or if you don't know how to communicate properly, then you won't be able to give your ideas out to the public, or you won't be able to share your ideas with everyone else. Because the people who can express their ideas clearly are the ones who will be, first of all, making money, a load of money, and secondly, they're the ones who will be more respected in the bigger crowd. If I were to give an example, I'd say that someone like Steve Jobs was able to use his language, use his public speaking skills to communicate to the public what Apple is offering in terms of technology. Or if you wanted another example, I could say that Elon Musk is making tech very exciting, not by the advancements he's making inside of his technology, but how he tells people about the new advancements that are coming in Tesla, in SpaceX, in the Boring Company, and so on and so forth. And from my point of view, I never used to be very good at public speaking. In fact, I was the most scared out of everyone when it came to speaking in front of other people. So the best way you can practice this is, first of all, just talk to an inanimate object. Talk to something that's non-living, right? Such as this camera. I've been able to perfect my public speaking skills just because I've been able to talk to a camera in front of me, and that just made me so good at public speaking, because if you can talk to a non-living object that doesn't show reactions whenever you talk, then of course you'll be able to talk to anyone because they're giving you lifetime reactions of what you're saying. So either create YouTube videos, you don't even have to upload them, just keep them in your phone or put them private on YouTube, or if talk to the mirror, talk to yourself in the mirror if you want, just for like a minute a day. And trust me, if you do this every single day for the next 365 days, then you will definitely be so good at public speaking, and majority of people won't even be able to recognize you. Now, this next skill is more important when it comes to AI, and it is called prompt engineering. If you don't know what it is basically just crafting very, very specific and unique prompts for generative AIs like Gemini, ChatGPT, Claude, all these different Gen AIs. Now, you might be wondering, well, this is such a basic task to do. How is it a skill that you've mentioned in this video? Now, I get where you're coming from, but to be honest, majority of people who write prompts nowadays are basically like, give me 5 viral video ideas for my next video. That itself is not a prompt, it is just a very measly request. And if you still don't believe me, then there are many different universities out there, from Oxford to Harvard to the University of Columbia, who are making many different courses, beginner to advanced courses on prompt engineering. That is how important it has gotten to know how to use generative AI. Because now if universities are making proper courses on how to make prompts, then you can imagine how far, even how important it is to know and understand how AI works. Now, I would love to discuss with you how prompt engineering works and how you can make your prompts more better, but I already have a video on that. So if you want to watch it and make your prompts way more better, then I'll have it up in the top right hand corner of your screen. Go watch it. It's only 7 minutes long, and I explain every single detail on how to make your prompts for ChatGPT way more better and even get way more better results. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, then a subscribe to the channel would be absolutely amazing, and of course make sure to like this video as well. Now, moving on to skill number 3, and this is a soft skill which I've noticed very few people have, and it is being curious. Now, majority of teens aren't really that curious anymore just because of everything that they have, all the social media that they consume, all the knowledge that they consume, which is 99% not even beneficial for them. It's just they consume a lot, and it becomes very repetitive. And being curious is, I think, one of the most vital skills, because it helps you question what and how the world works. You see, ever since the internet came out and we've been able to access information from our phones, our computers, our laptops, via the internet and, Google and all that, we have failed to become more curious and gain specific knowledge that will help us become better individuals. Because the knowledge that we consume nowadays is either from watching reels, YouTube videos, or just listening to some podcasts that we're, not even attentive to. That's the amount of knowledge we're consuming, even though there isn't any less knowledge out there. In fact, there are more and more things coming up on the internet and people are consuming them, but they aren't consuming them with rationality or even specific reasons. So the people who are curious are always gaining information or gaining knowledge that is beneficial for them and it is necessary for them to understand. They would never go around and consume random information that doesn't have any use to them. So my advice to you for 2026 is that make sure you cut down on social media time. Make sure you cut down on any knowledge that is not beneficial for you. What you can do is start reading books, start listening to podcasts, but listen and read with intention. Every single time you finish a book, every single time you finish an episode of a podcast, make sure you make notes of what you learned or what you read in that book, so that when you come back to your notes, you will immediately know what you read or what you listened to, instead of just flying through pages or flying through episodes without having any sort of knowledge retained. Now, skill number 4 is very close to skill number 3, and that is learning quickly. And when I say that, I don't mean skimming through textbooks and trying to memorize information. That's not what I mean. For you teenagers, for you young university students out there, learning as many skills as possible, and I mean hard skills, is the best way to stay relevant in 2026. Because compared to every single generation before us, they did not have AI or they didn't even have the internet. We are probably the worst generation to be stuck in, because we're now competing against a robot that is not going to stop in the future. So the faster you learn, the faster you grow, and AI rewards speed, because AI is not going to slow down. It's going to speed up even more in the later future. And if we're not capable of learning different types of hard skills, which are not necessarily related to our field of study, then we will be replaced by AI sooner, if not later. There's a saying that goes that a jack of all trades is a master of none, but better than a master of one. So if you're able to know and have different bits of knowledge in different areas of expertise, in different fields of studies, then you are more likely to restrain from the fact that AI is going to replace you in the future. Whereas if you're just a master, you can already understand that AI is as good as any PhD student out there. You can already see that OpenAI's ChatGPT is as good as, if not better, than any PhD student out there in the whole world. So if you're telling me that you are a master in some subject or some skill, then you're telling me that AI is as good as you. Now, the last skill that I'm going to give you for 2026 is something that we all struggle with, and that is that we all have to be very resilient in what we do. Whether it's we're working at a job, or we're an entrepreneur, we're running a business, or we're doing some charity fundraiser, or if it's we're a student and we're studying for an exam, every single time you do an activity or something that's very meaningful to you, you have to be very resilient towards those actions, because not everything is going to go to plan. In fact, everything that you plan out might not even go towards your plan, and you might have to go through a different route. But in the end, your final destination is your final destination. You might think that there's one way of getting there, but life has many different plans and you might be taken through a different route. So during that time, if you're able to be resilient enough to understand that my destination is somewhere there and I'm going to reach it, then you'll be far more capable of achieving your goals in 2026. Because like you, there are many people out there who have failed tens, hundreds, even thousands of times, but the people who are differentiated from them are the ones that have been resilient and kept towards their goal. So if you've already written your New Year's resolution, then comment down below what is your resolution for 2026, and make sure you work on these 5 skills, because I guarantee you these 5 skills will help you gain and even achieve your goals for what you have for 2026. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, then please go ahead, subscribe right now. We're at 62 subscribers and we're trying to hit at least 1,000 by the end of March. So if you guys haven't already subscribed to the channel right now, and if you want to watch this video right here, then go ahead, click on it right now, and I'll see you in the next video.